Hook me up with your favorite pitcher for opening day, Garion.
Well, I think Steve and I'll have a similar answer on this one.
Oh.
Going back to last season. Look, the important thing to remember here is just, especially with the shortened spring training, you're probably in a more advantageous situation to pay down at pitcher because someone like Shane Bieber, who I like and is underpriced for who Shane Bieber is, only faced 15 batters in his last spring start. So I don't know how seriously you can expect him to pitch like even past the fifth inning. So I think paying down anyway is probably the way to go. And I don't know what Robbie Ray did to the algorithm, but Robbie Ray is like $1,000 cheaper than like Joe Ryan, than Brubaker. It doesn't make any sense. Robbie Ray just won the American League Cy Young. Robbie Ray is one of the best strikeout pitchers in all of baseball. I mean, Robbie Ray is going to be the chalk, don't get me wrong, but find a way to differentiate yourself with your SP2 because Robbie Ray should be your SP1.
Steven.
Yeah, it's that Cy Young discount you get on opening day. That's exactly what happened to the algorithm. Just to go a little bit off the, different from Garion, obviously Robbie Ray's your guy. Max Fried going up against the Reds. The Reds are not going to be a strong team. I could put a period after that statement, but they're not going to be a strong team, especially against lefties. The highest guy on that roster right now with isolated power was Aristides Aquino. He's the fifth guy in their outfield depth chart at this point, okay? This team is not going to be good against lefties. A lot of strikeouts going to be had against this lineup too as well. Of players with at least 50 plate appearances last season, 6 of them who are expected to be in the lineup have a K percentage of 23% or higher against lefties. Max Fried should be your SP2 after your SP1 slot is done by Robbie Ray, who we won at 80-1 with the Cy Young last year.
All right, Erik, bring us home.
I mean, again, absolutely the obvious choice here is Ray. I actually had to double check to make sure there wasn't another Robbie Ray in baseball that this was accidentally pulling from or something like that. It does not make any sense to me that he'd be at 6,300. Other option, Shane Bieber at 8,300, I think is completely fine, even though, as Gary had mentioned, maybe he doesn't go super deep, but maybe nobody goes super deep. And on a per batter basis, there aren't many guys better than Bieber. And the one other guy, I think, is Tyler McGill, who's at, 7,500, is it? I did mention that he's not necessarily opening day caliber, but if you don't go with Juan Soto, who I recommended earlier, I think McGill is a completely fine pitcher. 26% strikeout rate against just a 7% walk rate last season, I think means he's going to do a lot better than his 4.52 ERA this year. The Nationals have a fine lineup, I guess, now that Nelson Cruz is there next to Juan Soto, but it's nothing particularly scary. So I think in the middle tier, he'd be a guy I look at if I don't go with Soto myself.